Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, what makes Zionsville's baseball team so good this year?
I think we started off a little shaky, but we really found our stride more recently. I think that we've been able to play as a team more, and we've been able to have more fun just playing baseball.
And it's a showdown between two of the state's best boys volleyball teams.
That's 10 bars, and he puts it down.
Tonight in our Coach's Corner, hear from the man leading a top golf program. Plus, in softball, our athlete of the week is the top-ranked sophomore in the country.
For me, it's a really big deal because one of the things that I wanted to do coming into high school was break the strikeout record and break the ERA record.
We're off and running with a brand new edition of The Zone Extra right now. Strikeout record, ERA record? Okay. We're setting the bar high this evening. Welcome to The Zone Extra. I'm Charlie Clifford. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We have baseball, tennis, volleyball, and in our Coach's Corner, we're going to the links tonight, folks. Guerin Catholic head golf coach Mark Matthews in studio, plus our athlete of the week, the top sophomore pitcher in the country. You just saw her there, Olivia Ray, tracking down Roncalli's ace, Keegan Rothrock. Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSA. It's back. And find out how you can be part of our show in the weeks to come. On the hard courts, championship weekend in Johnson County. Center Grove faced off with Franklin Community. The girls' county title, it was suspended on Saturday due to the nasty rain. Action picked back up Monday, and it was the Trojans taking home the hardware. Center Grove wins the championship match 4-1. This week's state rankings. Girls tennis, South Bend St. Joe's still atop the state. Carmel, Park Tudor, Columbus North, and Hamilton Southeastern round out the top five. The sectional draw, May 17th. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, on the diamond, busy time for baseball teams across central Indiana. One of the top teams in the area, coming out of Boone County, Zionsville, playing great ball at the moment. The 8th-ranked Eagles enter tonight's Hoosier Crossroads Showdown with Franklin Central, 10-3 on the season, riding this 5-game win streak. If you're just checking in, Zionsville led by a pitching staff that's allowing an average of 3 hits per game, earned run average of 1.86 on the season. Do not sleep on this offense either, averaging over 7.5 runs per game. My math says a deep tourney run may be in store.
The team is very close-knit, and that's what's great about being out here. They all get along really well, and it just makes it fun. And for me, the most important thing is to have fun. If you're not enjoying being out here, then go do something else. But these guys have a great time out here.
We worked all off-season, last off-season, and obviously this one as well. So to be able to get to play high school baseball again after we got robbed from last season, it's just an amazing feeling. Getting to be out here with all our friends and playing the game we love.
We had a lot riding on us because we're really pumped up for the season. A lot of spotlight from a lot of people, and supposed to be this great team, and having to play up to that, we kind of realized we got to take the pressure off. We're good enough. Let's just play to that.
I think we started off a little shaky, but we really found our stride more recently. I think that we've been able to play as a team more, and we've been able to have more fun just playing baseball. Our conference is very loaded. I would say probably the best in the state. It's great to be tested every single week. I think it'll prepare us very well for sectionals, and even some teams in our conference are in our sectionals, so it'll definitely make that the playoffs very interesting.
Back when most of the team here was playing Little League for Zionsville, I mean, we all saw the run that they made, and it was so fun to watch and to see all the heartbreak they had when they lost on the final play, and to go out there and try to do it just like they did, man, it'd be unbelievable. I mean, everyone's looking forward to it. That's been our end goal all year.
Novak, the flow is state finals ready. Tough to look back, though, in the archives on that play. Nice job by the crew getting that together. Best of luck to the Eagles. Now, after no action last year, unique high school all-star game back at a historic venue. Can you guess where I'm going here? The Hoosiers Reunion All-Star Classic, Saturday afternoon at the Hoosier Gym in Knightstown. This year, 37 of the top seniors in the state, boys and girls hoops. Participants on the boys' side include Mr. Basketball Caleb First, as well as future Boilermaker, fellow future Boilermaker, I should say, Brian Waddell from Carmel. Shout out Waddell crew. The trio of incoming freshmen going to Butler. Also in the lineup, Lawrence North's DJ Hughes, Perry Meridian's Jaden Taylor, and Brownsburg's Pierce Thomas. Coach Jordan is waiting. On the girls' side, Miss Basketball Jayla Smith of Lawrence North. She's the headliner. Also joined by Meg Newman and North Central, Ari Wiggins from Heritage Christian, and Brownsburg's Allie Becky. You remember Becky's run through the playoffs. Incredible stuff there. The man you will hear on the call this weekend, Greg Rakestraw, amped up for the pair of games.
Well, it's great that this game is back, because of the COVID pandemic at the start of it. This didn't happen last year. But this has been going on dating back to 2006, where originally this was really a way to be able to bring more traffic into the gymnasium at Knightstown. Now, there are a lot of games that get played, but it's still a thrill, for these seniors. A lot of them will go play in arenas that'll seat 10 or 15,000 over the course of the next few years to be able to play in this historic gym they've watched in the movie Hoosiers. Normally, they play the games back to back. They're going to allow a little more time in between the games this year to be able to clear the gym out. That way, as many family members can come watch their kids play, including both Miss and Mr. Basketball, Jayla Smith and Caleb First, both heading to Purdue. Both will be on the airwaves of MyNDTV this Saturday afternoon.
Yes, and those rims do not miss Trace Jackson Davis, as you saw in that video. You can see the action. MyNDTV 23. Once again, the girls' game tips at noon, the boys' game at 4 o'clock. Thank you to our friends at the ISC Sports Network for getting this together. Boys volleyball, a showdown at Roncalli on Tuesday. Number 2 Royals, top-ranked, undefeated Fishers. This thing lived up to the hype and then some. Roncalli took sets 1 and 3. Fishers stole sets 2 and 4. Here we are, 5th deciding set. Roncalli gets it done, handing Fishers its first in-state loss since 2018. What a night. Can we please get a postseason rematch between these two? Time for a quick break, but when we come back on the Zone Extra, it is the Coach's Corner. His Golden Eagles are one of the best programs in the state on the links. Guerin Catholic golf coach Mark Matthews in studio. Plus, later in the show, our Athlete of the Week from Roncalli, nationally ranked for good reason, Olivia Ray with Keegan Rothrock. That's ahead tonight.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, a program in the center of Central Indiana's prep golf conversation. The Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic. Head coach Mark Matthews with us in studio this evening. Coach Matthews, you've been around the world and back with this game.
Yep.
Welcome to the Zone Extra.
Thank you. Thank you.
Give me a sense of your team now that we're 5 weeks out from sectionals. It was an odd year last year, as we talked about off air. It was so tough that so many top players across the state didn't get the postseason competition.
In almost all sports, it was tough.
Can you sense the postseason fire now that we're getting close?
Yeah, they're very anxious. We were lucky. We did not lose one top 4 player. Some schools can't say that.
It's a huge break.
Yeah, it is a huge break for us, for sure. It's one of the reasons we're so strong this year.
Give me a sense of the run so far. I know lofty expectations, but it sounds like your guys have answered the bell so far.
They've played pretty well. I don't think they've played together well yet, if that makes any sense, but we played in 4 events. 3 of our players were medalists in those events.
We always like medalists.
We love medalists. We love good scores for medalists, 70, 70, 68. Those are good numbers.
You posted quite the number last week.
Yes, we did.
What was it?
291. 291 on the golf course that we play our regional site at, so that was important.
So we're looking ahead with good things, hopefully.
We're hoping, yeah.
Give me a sense of the team, the camaraderie between this group as we were out at practice last week. What are the guys like behind the scenes this year?
We've always had strong leaders. We've got good kids. This year in particular, they all know how good they are. It's really nice to see kids work together when they know they're really special.
Sure.
Sometimes you get that. I've been doing it for 12 years at Guerin Catholic, and this is the first year that we've really had this kind of team.
Folks at home may be curious, golf coach, how do you get golfers fired up for a match when you know you have to be so under control out there? That's always been an interesting question.
You know, I try to set some goals for them, but really it's really a matter of trying to manage their emotions. It's day to day, week to week. They're teenagers, you know. They've got a lot to learn. And sometimes the things they learn are painful, winning and losing. But I think they're pretty self-motivated. I don't have to do a whole lot when it comes to that. We talk X's and O's, and that's about it.
Let's take a look at what you pulled off this past weekend. Again, the number of folks at home, 291. These are some incredible scores, beginning with Andrew White, medalist. Let's translate that for you in golf terms. That means first place overall, if I believe, Coach.
Yes, that's right.
Walk me through your top 5 here. Those are numbers that I think you would run back later in the season if you could, if I'm not mistaken.
We could. I have 3 players that would probably wish to do a little bit better, but I had 2 players shoot 68. They tied for medalist. We had a playoff. They wanted to really have a playoff. They didn't want to just say, call it good, we both win. Yep, it was good. They wanted to fight it out. It only took 1 hole, my senior one.
Okay.
My sophomore played extremely well and could have done the same thing.
Old age and treachery over youth and skill there.
He was pretty calm. He was pretty collected.
I want to talk about your path, Coach. Your son played. You played professionally
I did, yeah.
in Australia.
Yep.
You're an Arizona guy at heart, but you found a home here in the Hoosier State. Why was that the case?
I did. I was very fortunate. I had a job working for Ping Manufacturing, Ping Golf Equipment. My wife and our first territory was upstate New York. My wife didn't like it very much.
Sure.
She asked Karsten Solheim, our leader, the inventor of Ping, to transfer us, and Indiana was as far west as there was available.
Okay.
And
compromise.
I think Sue's quote was, if he would have said Western Pennsylvania, we would have taken it just to move farther west.
Right.
She's a West Coaster.
Okay.
She's from Santa Barbara, so.
Good deal. And they still make fantastic golf bags, in my opinion. Give me your sense on the girls' game. I know you're the leader of that program as well, and I know you have a shining star down at Oklahoma State just starting a young collegiate career.
Angelica Pfefferkorn is quite a golfer. She wants to be a doctor. Then it was hard for her to make that decision between, can I play golf and try to be learn how to be a doctor at the same time.
Sure.
Her parents are both doctors, so she's well prepared. Her sister is still on campus at Guerin Catholic. She's going to be a senior next year, and she made the All-State team last year on the girls golf team. So
something tells me you're happy about that.
I'm very happy about that. Yeah. I thank Mr. Pfefferkorn all the time about having 2 wonderful girls that can really play golf. So.
Coach, it's been a pleasure having you up here. We wish you all the best in purple and gold going forward, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.
Coach Matthews, Guerin Catholic, a program you need to watch down the stretch as we get ready for postseason golf across Central Indiana. Still ahead on the Zone Extra, our athlete of the week, Roncalli's pitcher. Perfect games, record-breaking speed. Is that enough for you to cheer on Keegan Rothrock? Olivia Ray with this story after the break. Plus, our play of the week, we're dialing it back on this edition of the Zone Extra. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. We're ready to introduce you to the top sophomore pitcher in the country. Keegan Rothrock was getting college offers in middle school, and now our athlete of the week, dominating on the high school mound, our Olivia Ray, has to find out more about Roncalli's softball star.
Yeah, she might be one of the best pitchers Roncalli's ever had.
I've seen very few batters that have come close to hitting her, and that's not a slight against other teams or other hitters. She's just that good.
She's just the LeBron James of softball high school pitching.
Keegan Rothrock already owns the #1 national ranking for the class of 2023, and just about a dozen games into her Roncalli career, the sophomore is shattering every record in sight.
For me, it's a really big deal because one of the things that I wanted to do coming into high school was break the strikeout record and break the ERA record and possibly the home run record.
Now, Rothrock watched her freshman season disappear because of the pandemic, so when she finally took the mound this spring, she started making up for that lost time.
Yeah, she's made up quickly from, not playing her freshman year. She's came in and started 5 games for us already. She's already got a couple perfect games under her belt. She's going to have over 100 strikeouts.
Still surprises me to this day because I never, I knew I could do it. I just didn't know how I would be able to do it.
Now, I've caught a couple of Keegan's Ks in person, and I quickly realized why opposing teams were calling her untouchable, because the 16-year-old is consistently clocking 70 miles per hour. which is the same as the top collegiate pitchers in the world.
I actually didn't start lifting weights until this summer, so it's kind of always been technique, and the speeds kind of just came with it.
Throwing like 70 miles per hour, and it's insane. Quote unquote, I said this out loud, oh my gosh, because the first time I ever caught her was when we subbed together. So the first time I did it, I was like, it scared me, but then I was like, no, this is amazing. This is fun. So it just makes everything a lot more exciting.
Now you've got 3 seasons left to watch this pitching prodigy in action here in Indy before she heads to Gainesville to live out her lifelong dream of being a Florida Gator. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Give that catcher a little extra ice, huh? Yee. Coach, you've got a star, Olivia. Thank you for that great story. Time for a quick break. When we come back on the Zone Extra, it's time for the Play of the Week. Plus, our latest installment, Ask the Commish. Paul Knighting, IHSAA. He has an answer for you. What's our topic this week? We'll be back.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
This is the Zone Extra, and it is time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week, we take one of your questions to the commish, IHSAA's Paul Knighting, and he gives you your answer. Here is the question we have this time around. Quote, what is your personal favorite sport to watch or play, and is there a particular sport that you've grown to love more as you've gotten older, Mr. Commissioner?
Well, you know, I love all sport, and I love the high school sport and watching kids compete with their school name on their shirt. But I got to be a little honest. I've come to grow into a crew fan, and I love when the Olympic sport comes back and crew is going on and they're sliding across that ice and the strategy that goes on with that game. I love it when it comes on, and I'd never miss it when I do know it's on television. But when I think about what we do, as far as the association, you know, that would be almost impossible to say what I think is the favorite sport or my favorite sport. Certainly, I learned my craft on the basketball floor many years ago, but it's not about sport for me. It's about the competition, about kids being pushed to be the best they can and competing to be the best they can for their school. And I think as long as that is what I'm watching, then I don't have to say I'm a fan for all of them.
We agree with that. And crew, you got to get out to the Indianapolis Rowing Club. Becca Kimball in the gang, Mr. Commish. Thank you for your time. This is how you get in one of your questions. Send us a tweet. Use the hashtag #TheZoneExtra and hashtag #AskTheCommish. Be on our show. It's that easy. One of our favorite parts of covering high school sports, you know what this answer is. It's you in the stands, the passion that we see across Central Indiana, all sports all season long. And for that reason, we give out an award each fall, the Zone Banner to the school with the best school spirit. Congrats again to the 2020 champs, Westfield. Banner season, yes, it might be technically over, but we are always looking for great school spirit across Central Indiana, creativity, passion, social media. You know how to get it done. So as we cannot wait for a new banner battle this coming fall, get on social media, give your school a head start, catch our eye. We're certainly listening here on the other end of the television. Now, it's time to take a look at our Play of the Week. Each week, one of the top plays from the world of high school sports in Central Indiana. We need you to get involved. We will tell you how to be part of it, but first, our top play. Sudden death, second overtime, Hoosier Basketball Coaches Association All-Star Game over the weekend. South Ripley's Cody Samples. That is a walk-off 3 from Mr. Samples. Let's take another look one more time. I like this sudden death. Can we bring that into the regular season? Zone hoops? I'm in for that. He's going to play ball next year at Franklin College. And Franklin happy to get Cody's 3-point shot. Add it to the Instagram reel. Young sir. Tweet us your videos, the hashtag #TheZoneExtra. This is how you get your top play on the show. Watch next Thursday, and you could be on the show. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to Coach Matthews from Guerin Catholic, for Charlie Clifford, Brian Eckstein, and the entire crew. This has been the Zone Extra. We will see you next week with a brand new episode. Thanks for watching.